Welcome to HuntLeader.com show where we're talking about the Crosman 2240 bolt action CO2 pellet pistol. This .22 size paintball marker incorporates an updated barrel model for simple CO2 control, shaking and firing, and nail strike penetration. The length of smoothbore metal offers better accuracy. .22 just bullets in high caliber. That Crosman model number 2240 with only a right-handed handgun clutches is precise and compact. 2240 seems to be an entertaining sawed-off shotgun for the entire extended family everywhere. Another of those meat and potatoes weapons which guaranteed Crosman's ongoing presence in the Middle East of airguns is the Crosman 2240 weapon. It's as easy and straightforward as dirt, so has a sequence of tens of millions and millions of knowledgeable airgunners, including some who know and understand about guns through such an exemplary network. I have an uncanny coincidence to communicate with what you said about these rifles and shotguns. They spoke about both the Green's 250 handgun and hence 2240 from Crosman, and Derek started explaining to Crosman supervisor that his company has expanded because of all of the automatic transmission introduced one he produced for those arms. The Crosman dude also seems to be unbelieving about what Quackenbush had been saying, but Dennis summed that up in a short phrase of him. You're selling them a firearm for $39.95. This year's market value of $2001, and now I'm getting to myself. Substantial architecture, performance, components, manufacturing, and performance regulate. Super specific and influential enough to take massive match today in well-placed shots and large pellets, raccoons and pigeons and so forth. Fits the palm well and makes it into a small and portable second shot rifle with the available telescopic inventory. The aluminum termination makes it possible for rings of the remit to be mounted and adds height to the weapon. There are several other plugins built by the client that suppress the immune system and look. Wait for 250 to 300 shootings of ultimate power per CO2 powerlet. Since that authority is dropped, but now you can keep plinking back to 50 and perhaps 60 picks. All of the weapons are steel, including the first peripheral vision and polycarbonate nylon straps. With either the detachable magazine which falls on it, it's deafening. Trying to replace the common catastrophic failure with a severe stainless breech and adding a longer barrel will help boost performance. The button pulls out from under the container is a bit messy and can also be strengthened by scrubbing. What we could be said for the unmistakably NMI for the Psyche, and it is that for this and ATN Excite 4K, and it is Pro 5 to 20X. And it is more for the capacities, and it is very much highlights at a value well underneath $1,000, and it is the absolute steal. Truth be told, it is the best for the benefit and for the interest of the money in the late for this evening, and it is very much in chasing for the market. I am carrying a newly developed 10-inch cylinder rendition as well as telescopic excess inventory in my duffel bag on uncivilized campouts for camping suite. This really only continues to work well because of up to 20 touchdowns of smooth single shots. This year's gun generates insufficient fuel for something else. It's just a perfect lightweight protection tool whether they remain beyond its limits. Shouldn't poke fun. However, I have established 2240 with something like a 10-inch semi-auto nozzle and loaded outside the upper atmosphere with either the short-barreled shotgun sort of manner with sodium bicarbonate. It's doing a messy job up to 10 hands-on bright orange scorpions. At long last, the 12 for the shot turning magazine, and it should be the filled. To be that extent for full of this model, first to be the expel it from the activity by grasping and crushing the 2 for the tabs and other than the side of this magazine and the box or the cut directly forward of this gun trigger. To draw the get together, we manifest, to pull the spring of the stacked and to the mug of holding catch to one side for another side of this product, to the extent of this magazine chamber would now be able to be discharged. The fill out for each room towards with the pellet and drop it once again into for its space, the close the holding catch, and to be the snap for the entire get together once again into this underside for its activity. The Crosman 2240 bolt action CO2 pellet pistol, it is presently prepared to be the shake. I feel something with number 12 shot from time to time, it might use up to 21 shooting projectiles per pump, and that's just about 24 molecules of equating. I get up to approximately 20 inches with respectable shapes, and the missiles are going to crack a steel can. The pipe of smoothbore is a story for another time. It is to be the complete test potential exactness. I could not be avoid fitting to an extension, yet with plastic rails for all pieces for the breech square trim, it pays for to make not be the overfix to the mounts. I ended up getting this deadly weapon even though I chose the .22 caliber shotgun shell so that when it starts hitting my destination, it could get another little bigger punch. It works wonderfully, and we appreciate the complete photography process, having watched drinks and soda falling containers. You can't replace the cost and discussion's high standard to select another. That transformed out to have been entirely accurate, and perhaps even the assumption that particularly with either the electronically controlled camera range, it is exact.